The emerging military regime, in taking over power, promised to restore life and hope to the prostrate and comatose nation. Perhaps we celebrated too soon, as it may have been better to remain under a bad civilian administration than under a supposedly benevolent dictatorship. We deliberately use the word attempt in the belief that to recount successfully the experiences of this period of our past will be a futile exercise. The prisons, and of course, we will touch on state-sponsored attacks on the premises of CLO and the nightmare CLO staff went through during the period. The return of the military to power in December 35 brought with it consequences, one of which was the proscription of existing political parties, the MPN, the UPN, the GMPP, the MPP, the People's Redemption Party, and of course the Nigerian Advanced Party. The obvious implication of this was the ban on political activities. The late Dr. Tai Solarin, who challenged this totalitarian disposition of the military, was arrested, climbed into detention, and was there without trial for the, I think, 18 months Buhari was in power. The Buhari administration, on the pretext of fighting a war against indiscipline, transformed the country into a vast prison. Former civilian leaders were dumped in jail while others fled into exile. Prominent leaders like former governors Sabo Bakinzo of Kano, Ambrose Ali of the defunct Bender State, Bisi Onabanjo of Ogun State, Aparako of Benue State, and many others died as a result of the untold hardship they went through in prison. Based on this background of non-existence of political parties to mobilize the people, it became the responsibility of organized labor, students, and other professional groups to serve as pressure groups against the new military regime. In this regard, the military regime showed its non-tolerance of, or I should use the word zero tolerance of contrary opinions when it withdrew the 50 kobo meal subsidy for Nigerian students in universities and other tertiary institutions, thus plunging the country into the whole campuses into strife. This served as the first test of will between the government and the students, and the outcome was that the National Association of Nigerian Students was proscribed by the dictatorship. And instead to recount, the government proceeded to ban other institutions of civil society. The next step the Buhari regime took was to clamp down on the Nigerian Medical Association, which was also one of the professional groups at that time that was agitating for not only the welfare of its members, but respect for rules and for rules. And of course, the Nigeria Bar Association also went through a similar experience.